Hi guys. Today we're going to talk about Ryan Anderson for a few minutes. I came across some clips from a recent live stream that he did, and I had a few updated thoughts on him. It's been a little while since he's gone on live and that I've mentioned him in a video, but we're going to talk about that today. First, I want to show you guys, look at what I got for Axel. How freaking cute. I forget what they call this one. I think it's like the spring bouquet from Jellycat. How freaking cute are those? Oh my god. I can't. Anyway, he has the roses from Valentine's Day, and I saw that and I was like, they're so cute. But either way, okay, let's move on to Ryan. So he has not made a TikTok since before the Super Bowl, when he was wearing his Jaden Daniels jersey and asking people who they thought were going to win, or who was going to win the Super Bowl, so on and so forth. And he hasn't made anything, but he was on live the other day. I kind of thought, you know what, it's been a while since the Super Bowl. I thought maybe when he returns to social media, this would be like the time to turn it around, and maybe finally we're done talking about Gypsy. Like, we're coming up on a year now that they've been separated. You know, you had a year. You had almost a year. You talked about her. We understood she was part of your life. We understood that you were getting unfair criticism and being attacked by her fans, and there were a lot of things that were said by Gypsy and her fans that was very unfair towards Ryan, and I stood up for him numerous times. Not that that means anything, but I did, because I truly thought what was going on with him, it was really unfair. Like, okay, he just got separated. If he wants to talk about Gypsy, he can talk about Gypsy. If he wants to spill tea or be shady, then I'm here for it. And I was here for it for a long time. But a few months ago, I said, you know, it's time to wrap it up. And I'm not saying that just because I said that, it's like an expectation. But as someone who was on his side and understood the way that he would, you know, mention her in live streams, but then I got to a point where I started to get tired of it, and then I got really tired of it, and then it was just giving off like really weird vibes. Like, how long are you going to continue to use that as a way to stay relevant on social media and get people to join your live streams? At a certain point, it has an expiration date. Ryan either knows that that's true, or he knows that it's not true and he just doesn't care, because he was on live just the other day, and I'll include the clips, talking about, oh yeah, the D was fire when you were with me, now it's not, ex-girlfriend stuff.
Well, you know what's funny is, I had fire D when me and Gypsy were together, and of course when she left it was like, no, we're not, you know, of course, right? Ex-girlfriend type stuff. Trying to keep y'all away. That's what I think anyway, but whatever. I could be.
Gypsy, if you're out there watching, and then he'll, you know, do that, I'm just kidding thing.
Gypsy, if you're out there watching, sorry, couldn't help it.
And then he talked about how there are times where he misses her dearly, and kind of stood up for himself and said, well, you know, she was part of my life for a long time, I'm allowed to talk about her, kind of thing.
I mean, like, I'm just talking about my life. Gypsy was a big part of it for a while. Huge part. And yes, there are times I miss her dearly. Dearly. Still have that connection. But what can I do?
I don't think that those people are saying you can never speak her name again, but let's like move a little bit away from it. There's gotta be other stuff that you can talk about. Like, let's build a new storyline. Let's go from like talking about Gypsy 60% of the time, let's go down to like 30, 25, 20% of the time. Because I can tell you one thing, that would be the way to stay relevant. Show people that you're really over it. Like, Gypsy made a fool out of you. You're done with the situation. You realize that you look foolish, so you're going to move on and not really talk about her very often. And I get it. Okay, someone says something in the live stream on TikTok. It's most likely a question or comment that you've already responded to. So how long are you going to use the thing of like, okay, well, that's all that, or that's what people are talking about in the chat. Okay, well, people talk about stuff in chats all the time. That doesn't mean that it deserves your recognition or response, especially if you've talked about it, 729 times now. I don't know. I realize that he's in a tough spot. Having made the choice to marry someone like her, that's a bad choice that you made, and now it's kind of following you. But for me personally, I either want to see a rebrand, or I'm just tired. Like, I'm tired of seeing him say the same things over and over again, and it's just boring. It's boring at this point. I'm halfway over Gypsy. I've said if it's something I really want to talk about, of course I will. Big brands platforming her lying or grifting. But as far as the little stuff, I'm over it. Like, the whole Ryan and Gypsy and Ken trifecta of nastiness is just not something that I care to really nitpick on anymore. And I don't know. I would have liked to seen a rebrand from Ryan, but it's very obvious that's not going to happen. And that's where we are. Gypsy Rose is over here flying to California and making videos on the plane and just being treated like a celebrity, and that's sick and deranged. She wants to sit there and make a video and be like, oh, look, no filter, I'm flawless. Gypsy, do you think people are that stupid? Do you think that people are so stupid to realize that you can't film a video on your phone and edit it outside of the app? There's that Snow app. I talked about that 5 years ago. Facetune, all kinds of different apps where you can edit it and then re-upload it. And yeah, of course it's going to look like you have no filter on because you don't have a filter on in the app. It's edited outside the app. So both of these people are dummies. Ken's dumb. Christy's dumb. It's just such an embarrassing... What an undeserved platform to give it to people like Gypsy Rose and Casey Anthony. Why are these people popular? Ash Trevino, family vloggers. Like, I don't know, man. Sometimes I swear we're living in an alternate reality. I've said that before. It just seems like nothing makes sense. But even though it doesn't make sense, we are here to talk about it. So I think that's enough for today. If you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.